Hello, my name is Carl Rabe, and this is my memorable speech. I was thinking the other day of all the times that I spent in Scouts as a scout when I was a youth, and before I got my Eagle Scout, we spent many summers in a summer camp, which is a week-long camp that we would go and we'd do different events. And one year out at Camp Gerber in Fremont, Michigan, really stands out to me as one of the best years that we ever had. Now, some of the events that we did included a creature contest in which we had to go around and find all these animals that were hidden under logs and rocks and snakes and everything else and bring them into the ecology center so that we could get points for them. Also, we would do what they called Wet Wednesday, where we'd have a water carnival. Well, one year we decided that we were going to go looking for creatures, and we came across a snake. Now, this snake was a blue racer, not very dangerous. The one's from Michigan, not poisonous. But I said, okay, I will catch the snake. So I take my hand and I reach down to grab it, and pow! He gets me. And so I grab the snake with my other hand, and he's got a hold of my wrist, and I'm like, I caught the snake, let's go! So I drag it back to the ecology center, and they're looking at me like, did you get bit by this snake? And I said, well, at least I caught it. So I handed it to him, and I went off to the first aid station. The next couple days went by, and I was taking a merit badge called Life Saving Merit Badge, where you had to dive down into the water to look for lost people and stuff like that. Well, one of the requirements was you had to be able to take off your clothes from head to foot down to your skivvies in under 20 seconds. Now, I barely made it. I got like 18, but my buddy Jim, from this moment on, he was called Naked Jim, because he could take off his clothes from top to bottom in 7 seconds. Naked Jim from then on. But the best event of the whole week was the 4-man canoe relay in Wet Wednesday. Now, we had kind of a bad start. We got 4 of us, 4 big guys like my size, get into a canoe, and we're trying to paddle across the lake, get to the other side of the lake, turn around and come back. First one back wins. So we get in the canoe, and they say go, and we rush forward. Well, we kind of get pushed over to the side, so I take my canoe paddle and I start pushing against the dock because we're getting pushed into it, and my paddle gets stuck in the dock. And so we have to stop, go back, grab the paddle. So we are last out of the waterfront area. And we're like, oh my gosh, so we start paddling as hard as we can, and we're just moving and moving and moving. And as it turned out, we got to the buoy first, the other side of the lake first, got around it, went back to the waterfront first, we won, picked up our canoe, put it away, put our life jackets away, and by the time the second place team came in, we were checking out of the waterfront area. So I thought that was a pretty good event. Turns out we actually won that water carnival right there. We had 125 points, and the second place team had 60. So we did good that year, but I had a lot of fun, and that's my memorable speech. I hope you all have a pleasant night.